Welcome back to Gunsmith Part 8. Today we are doing the AKS-74N. Now before we even begin, there's certain parts to this that you need before you can even try doing this build, and one of them is this, the AK-12 545x39 30 round magazine. This is only purchasable at Prapor 3, so you won't be able to get one yet, but you could go to Fence and find one from him, which is what I actually just did. I sat on Fence for a little bit, refreshed it a few times. They normally appear on the AKS-74U series, because these are the ones that spawn with it on Scav, so sometimes people sell them to Fence, so you can buy them here. But I had to sit here for a while and refresh it. This was the last part that I needed for it, and the others I'd saved up, but Fence is the most surefire way of getting that, because right now, you just can't really find it. The other two parts that you're going to need is this, the RK0. This is problematic and tricky because this is Skier 3. We've only just had Skier 2 unlocked, so at the moment you can't buy this either. And there's not really any good ways of doing this. There's no barters. It's very rarely on Fence underneath a handguard, so you can check there maybe, but you're just going to have to loot a lot of weapons boxes and just try to save one if you come across one. The other one that's annoying is the B33. This one is a Mechanic 3 barter. We can't get access to that at the moment because we've only got Mechanic 2. So this is another one you're just going to have to look out for. Probably your best bet is to go after boss guards and that kind of thing like Rishala, because those guys have Zenitco AKs, so you might find RK0s and B33s on their weaponry loadouts. Now, once you have all of those parts, you could start working on the build itself. And to begin with, we're going to go to Prapor, and we have to go and buy this specific gun. You need the AKS-74N. It's the one with the hollow stock here, the wireframe kind of stock. Not any of the others, only this version will work. I make this very clear because people get this wrong every time I make a Gunsmith video. Only the AKS-74N will work. And make sure it's 100 durability. That's why I use the one on the traders, but this is the one that you need to use. So we're going to add the annoying things. You can see there's two magazines here. You want the AK-12, not the AK-12 old. We're going to take off the rear sight and also the handguard, and we're going to add on this, the B33. As you can see, you can't buy it at the moment, that's why it's red. And we'll add the handguard itself, which is the first part that we're going to want to buy, which is the B30 plus B31S upper handguard rail. And this is the one that you can get from Mechanic. You can barter this for 3 sticks of RAM, very similar to the Hybrid 46. So I'm going to put that on, and then underneath that, we just need our RK0, which we currently cannot buy. You can also get this one, by the way, the B30 plus B1S from Ref. If you go to Ref 2, there's an AK-104 here, and this thing has a few different parts, but it's also got the B30 here on the handguard. So you can get that from him. Then we need a very specific tactical device. There are two Clashes. There is the Clash 2i KS, which is the one we need. There's also the 2P. The 2P is the one that you find in Raid all the time. This is the one that you do not need for this build. You need the Clash 2i KS IR Illuminator. This is the one that only has IR modes on it. So we're going to put this on. You can buy this. This is not found in Raid only. You can get this from Skier 2 for 36k. Then we're going to add the DTK1. This is a muzzle brake. DTK1, this comes from Skier. So we'll stick that on. And then on the back, we need a PT lock. So the AKS-74, AKS-74U Zenit PT lock. This one is purchasable on Skier for only 6k, so that's not too bad. And then you need a PT3. PT3 Classica stock. That is the one that you need to add onto here. PT3 is currently not purchasable, but you can get this from Ref again. So if we go to Ref level 1 this time, we're going to go to the PP19 Zenit build. And this one has a PT3 on the back. As you can see, it's actually the wrong lock, so you don't want to take the lock, you just want to take the PT3 because the lock won't fit because it's an AK-100 type. And to note on this build as well, you also get the RK3 pistol grip, which you need to add too. We're just about to add that now, and we're going to stick this on here. Now, both of these parts can be gotten from a Mechanic 3 Zenitco build, which is this one here, which is a barter, but we can't do that at the moment. So the other way to get the RK3 outside of Ref or Mechanic 3 is again to look on Fence. Now on Fence, you do actually find these probably more than any other type of attachment. It can appear on a lot of different weapons. It can appear on the Saiga 12, it can appear on the Saiga 9, and it can appear on the AKs as well. So you're just going to have to look through, see if you can find yourself an RK3 if you don't have Ref, and we're not yet there at Mechanic by the time you get to this video. So here should be your final build with everything that we put on it. As a quick note, it's a 24-hour wait before the next one, so don't worry if you don't see Gunsmith Part 9 just yet. And we're going to go and hand that in. This is the one here that I've got in my stash. We're going to go and hand that into Mr. Mechanic now, and we're going to get on to the next task.